When you kind of look back at game two, what'd you see out of your guys up front?
Well, I think we played much more physical, and what I told them was I felt like we took the first step towards becoming the kind of line that I want us to be. But it was just the first step. I said, you guys are still nowhere near where we need to be, but you're moving in the right direction. And I thought they came out, played harder, and played with more confidence. And like I said after the first week, I think so much of it was just game one jitters. That I think they'll be ready. Now we got another deal this week. Obviously, we're playing a really good team with some very good defensive linemen, but we're also on the road. So we'll find out how they handle the environment.
You like how that new lineup worked on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it helped us, and we felt like in a couple ways it helped us. Brandon is more comfortable on the right side, and he's a more natural right tackle. We're a little bit more of a right-handed running team, and so I think it gives us a little bit more of a strength. And we also felt like we're really pretty thin inside at center and guard. So getting Chad, developing him as an inside guy now gives us a little bit more depth and competition there. So I think we've got people in better positions in terms of being in the spot that could best help us, but also it was somewhat due to the fact that we just know how thin we are inside. We had to get some more help in there. That was part of it with Chad.
Chad got announced as a starter, but I guess John kind of started things with just because John had been a little banged up.
I guess I don't ever hear who started. Chad still probably would be. We're continuing to bring along Greg Robinson. He's making strides, but I don't want to be moving him around from side to side right now. But we've got some flexibility because the guys who have played multiple positions. AJ could swing over and play right. Chad could move out and play tackle because he's had so much time at tackle now. Coop can play really any position, including center or right guard if we needed him to. John could play either guard. So the guys that have some experience are versatile enough that it helps us, even though we don't feel like we have the kind of depth that we need.
Do you feel like Greg is getting pretty close to seeing his first college action? He's getting ready?
He's getting closer. Don't really have a timetable for when that has to be. We just want to try to bring him along as quickly as possible. I'd rather it happen sooner than later, but we'll have to see.
Continuity is always important when we talk about offensive line. Moving Brandon back over there and kind of having a little bit more of home, do you think that helps going into another week?
Well, I think it helps because he's in the best position to help our team as the guy that has the most experience and we feel like should be our most productive player. One of the things that Coach Malzahn and I talked about a lot was getting him in the position where he could play his best and help our team the most. So I think that certainly helps him. And I think he and John kind of feel comfortable with each other, playing next to each other. So I think there's some definite positives in that regard.
What'd you see out of AJ?
I think AJ started to look like the guy that earned a starting job last year. Really for the first time last week, he had that, I wouldn't say for the first time, but more so than he has had in the past. He had that spark and that energy and that confidence, and that was a big part of making that switch, was feeling confident that he could get the job done. And I think he had a solid first game, but like all of them, still lots of room for improvement.
What have you seen from the Clemson defensive line? Obviously, Daquan Bowers isn't there, but how do they look this year?
Yeah, but I mean, Daquan Bowers is a good player, but the guys that caused us problems last year were those two inside guys, and 98 and 99 in particular. And they have some quality depth there, but 99 is graduated, but 98 is, I mean, he is as good a player, I think, as we'll see this year. And he's the complete package. He's extremely powerful. He's quick, has a great first step off the ball, has the ability to change directions, and plays hard. I mean, he plays angry. I mean, he plays like he's going to try to hurt somebody. And that's a huge, huge talent and a huge point of focus for us this week, how we handle their D-line in general, because they're all very talented. I mean, all of their defensive ends are 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", all tall, long guys that can run. And their other starting defensive tackle, 94, I just look at numbers, I don't remember their names, but 94 is a good player too. But there's no question 98 is the best guy on the field. And so we're going to have to, first and foremost, make sure we know where he is and understand how to handle him. And a big part of it's going to be whether he can get on our side of the ball or not.